Yo, what's up everybody? It's your friendly neighborhood Taco swinging back at you with another What If video. Today I'm bringing you guys another part of What If Deku was a Quirkless hacker. And it's been a month since the last part. So for this, we're going to be doing a very special 4-chapter part. And I know we usually do 2 chapters in a part, or maybe even 3 chapters, but we're gonna try to do 4 to 5 chapters here, stuffing everything into one big part so that you guys can get the maximum enjoyment and get what you were supposed to get before I took a 1-month hiatus. I kind of feel like, the creators of Steven Universe. Remember when Steven Universe was airing and they would always take random breaks and large hiatuses? I'm sorry about that. I don't want to be like those guys because those guys really pissed me off, and I really loved Steven Universe when it was airing, and I would hate for you guys to go through that same trauma. So to make up for that, we're going to be doing kind of like our own Steven bombs. You remember when they would just drop random episodes and a bunch of them? We're going to be doing some Steven bombs. So I'm going to be dropping a bunch of Quirkless, What If Deku was a Quirkless hacker, and a bunch of different series, just like big chunks of parts, huge like 40-minute episodes, back after back after back, so that you guys can get your maximum enjoyment. Let me know what you guys want to see next coming from this channel, and I will see you in the future. So we're on chapter 4 or 5, I'm not really sure, but the name of this chapter is The Selection. You want me to help you? You pick your students? Retro says while he sat down in the meeting room. Retro's wearing his normal swag today. A black oversized shirt, black shorts, white cap, white and red socks with some white and black Yeezys. And of course, his white and black crossbody bag. Retro is dripping out of this world right now. I'll put up a pic of what he actually looks like. This is what the original creator put down, so don't make fun of me, guys. Yes, we want someone that is a great judge of character and an amazing profiler, Nezu said cheerfully as always. I don't know why you have to bring the vigilante here, Vlad said dismissively. We talked about this. He's going to be a great asset for us if he goes legal, and it's better that we have somebody that's specialized in profiling, Nezu then said to a staff member. So, does every time you get applicants, this is how you do it? The whole teaching staff is here? Retro then said skeptically. Yes. Is there a problem with that, Mr. Midoriya? Nezu asked curiously. Nah, I was just wondering is all, Deku then said while he sipped from his coffee cup. Yes, the young kid is drinking coffee already. Everyone's here, so we can judge if they're really qualified to get enough of this hero course. So that's the reason that all of us are here, said the Samant Block hero. Ah, okay, gotcha. So who's first? Retro then rebutted. That's all of it. 1B onto 1A. Next, said Vlad King in the homeroom of 1B. If you guys didn't see, we time skipped a little bit. We flashed forward into the future. First, the recommendation students. The 2 that got accepted are Shoka Todoroki, the daughter of the number 2 hero of Japan, Endeavor, Nezu then introduced. Yes, this is a big switch on the canon. I'm reading this, guys, at the same time as you. I remember when I first read this, I was super confused. Shoka Todoroki. He's heard things about her. She's cold, has a piercing glare, same as her father. And Nezu, Retro then says, I want to talk to you later about her. That's all I have to say right now. You guys judge her. Yes, it's not Shota this time around, it's Shoka. And she's very different from our previous 3rd protagonist. Good academic grades, sports not so much, amazing quirk, half quirk, half odd. Can emit ice from her right side and fire from her left. Good records all around, said Ectoplasm. She's automatically accepted. Why do we have to waste time on recommendation students? It's illogical, Aizawa then said from the corner in his trusty sleeping bag. Because it's procedure, so just go on with it. Aizawa's loving boyfriend then said that to them. Toshinori, Can you please? Yeah. Yaoyorozu Momo, the heiress of the Yaoyorozu company. So, the Yaoyorozu, that rich family wants a hero for a daughter? That's new. Or maybe they're using her for clout, so they can expand their business more. She's probably just some rich snob. That's a plan to do hero work for free. Let me see your file, Izuku then interjects. Here you go, young Midoriya. Toshinori then handed the file to Izuku and gave him a smile. Thank you, Yagi-san, Izuku then said with a polite and reflectful smile. Yagi is just fine, isn't he, young Midoriya? The Anagzuzi then said, yes, Yagi is fine. Izuku is now charming as ever, laughing and having fun with Aizawa and oh god, I can't believe I forgot his name. I'm sorry, this is not edited, guys. I'm sorry if I'm kind of messing up right now. It's my first time creating a video in a while, so it's not going to be 100%. Let's just continue, shall we? Aizawa then said, annoyed with the situation. Oh yeah, sorry, Retro then said with a nervous chuckle. Great quirk, creation. Can make any non-living object as long as she knows the molecular structure of it. So she's smart. He then continued reading the file. Amazing academic grades, always active in class, good moral record. Hasn't been in one fight in her school, says an argument. Guess people just always agree with her because she's smart or pretty or something. Either way, she has high confidence and pride in what she's good at. Izuku then supplies all this for the teaching staff. Indeed. We have good students that go into recommendation, Nezu then says happily, because this year's applications are amazing. Yeah, but when she loses once or twice or other things happen that contradicts what she said, she might highly doubt herself because she isn't always wrong. So she's probably has a high probability that she'll question her spot here if that happens, Izuku then said seriously to the staff. What makes you think that? Asked Snipe. Want to say it for me? Hound Dog, Izuku then said while raising his eyebrow to Hound Dog. You already figured it out just by that, huh? You really are smart. Yeah. So when she loses, say for example in the sports festival, she might highly start doubting her skill, not just her place here in UA. So when that happens, that will lead to her being inconsistent in terms of grades, sleep schedules, and loss of focus. But especially at training, she'll probably push herself too far, and she will black out due to self-exhaustion. Hound Dog's school lifestyle guider and counselor then said, I'm impressed, Mr. Midoriya, Nezu said with a sadistic smile. I mean, it's kind of obvious, as you said, while holding the file and shrugging his shoulders. No, it wasn't, Midnight then said. Now, let's start with the rest. Shizaki Ibara exchanged with her Yoma Yuga. Okay, Izuku then said while smiling down the list. Wait, why? She's now a 1B student? Vlad then complains. Because her grades and quirk is much more better than Yuga-san's, Izuku then said to Vlad King, who's fuming. No, 1A is not getting all the best students, Khan tried to protest. Let's figure out after we reviewed everyone from class 1A list, and then we can change places if need be, Nezu then says to calm down the two. Fine, Vlad then said while crossing his arms. Yeah, Izuku then said with a dismissive hand and smile. Next one. Minor. Midnight then quickly got interrupted by Izuku. Hey, give me that, while snatching the paper away from Midnight. Hey, shut up, I'm doing you a favor, Izuku then said. Sorry about that. Minoru Mineta, quirk pop-off. Ugh, even the name sounds bad. When he said that, the staff got confused, but Izuku paid it no mind. He just continued by saying, I don't need to read this to you. Reject him. He has multiple sexual harassment charges on him. Last time I checked, it was over 86 charges. Got caught peeking in this girl's bathroom, changing room, and sometimes even looking up their skirts. I've been keeping an eye out for this bitch. I hate perverts. Izuku then explains his reasoning to the staff, and they understand. Yeah, he just saved UA's reputation by rejecting that quote-unquote rapist. Wow, thanks, Midnight said while still in shock on how many charges the pervert has. Yeah, you're welcome, Izuku then said with a smiling charm. Good work, young Izuku, All Might praised. He has the qualities to be the one. I'll ask him something. It's been bugging me ever since he revealed this vigilante retro, Yagi thought. So, the next one is... May I ask a question if that's alright? Toshinori asked the whole meeting room. What is it about, All Might? Aizawa said, annoyed. He just wants to get back to his cats. Come on, man. It's actually a question for young Izuku, he said while rubbing his neck. What is it, Yagi, Izuku said with a raised eyebrow. This may come out as rude, but this question is really bugging me. I just can't get it out of my mind. It's fine, All Might. Shoot. Have you ever killed anyone before? And when he asked that question, the whole room grew tense. Thick air grew thicker. No one could speak. Not even one bit. Does All Might really want to anger the vigilante? To answer that question, Izuku then started slow, calculated, and calm. No. I have not killed anyone before. Even if I'm cornered, there's no way out. I'm not gonna kill. I will not kill. I mean, I'm still a kid after all. My conscience can't handle that yet. I'm still a child, All Might, and I still need to grow up, Izuku then says, looking at Toshinori in the eye. He called him All Might. What's the thought of all the spectators right now? I'm sorry, young Izuku. I just wanted to know. And thank you for answering, Toshinori then said with an apologetic and grateful smile. He's perfect. Smart, strong, heroic. Thinks about the futures, has dreams that he wants to achieve. He's perfect, Toshinori thought. It's quite alright, Yagi. Sometimes people forget that I'm still a kid, Izuku then said while accepting his smile. Plus that politeness. What do you mean, problem child, Mr. Midoriya? Next one, please, Izuku then said with his cheery smile and brought everyone back. Yes, Katsuki Bakugo. Ugh. Of course he'll try out for UA, Izuku then said with malice. Is everything alright, little listener? Mike asks his new child. This is a joke, not his child, his adopted child. It's just a joke, guys. Yeah. I have some bad memories with him, Izuku then says with a faraway look. Care to, analyze for us, Mr. Midoriya? Nezu said because he wants to know why he has hate for this young man Bakugo. Katsuki Bakugo. Quirk explosion. He can emit explosion from his palms using his sweat. His sweat is a substance that is like nitroglycerin, strong. He is smart. He's not just any smart. He's battle smart. He's like a warrior going into war. But he's fast and a quick thinker. He's everything you want from a hero. But there's one big fucking flaw with him. When he said that, the staff here is now wondering what this kid did to piss off Retro. Is he a pervert like the Mineta guy? Maybe he's too strong, and that's why Retro didn't want him. Yeah, no. Izuku then goes on to say, he's just a fucking bully, and not just any bully, my bully. He's tormented me since I was 4 for being quirkless. All the handprints and scars I have on my body, all the burn marks, every fucking day he used his quirk on me because I was weak, quirkless, a Deku, but we have to accept him. Now when the staff grew confused. Why? You just told him what he did to you. What if he did it to other students? Midnight then asked. I agree with her, young Izuku. What if he does these things again? Toshinori Yaga then said. Your school did nothing about the bullying? Nezu then asked with his concerned smile on his face. Now the staff grew scared for the effort that decided to mess with their new student Izuku. Nothing. I mean, they even encouraged it. What's the name of this school? Mr. Midoriya Nezu asked. Aldura Junior High. Thank you. I will look into this matter further in a later time, but explain to us why you want to accept him, Nezu then said. Give me a reason not to arrest that kid for illegal quirk usage, Aizawa then demanded Izuku's answer. Because you'll ruin his chance of being the next #1 hero. You don't get it. His whole life, he has never received a no from anyone, besides my mom. You're saying that you're related to him? Aizawa then asked, leaving his sleeping bag to walk to Izuku. No. My mom and her mother were best friends, so we kind of grew up with a kind of auntie situation. But auntie just can't control Katsuki, Izuku said in a very fast manner. So what's your point? Aizawa will insist. Well, because he might turn into a villain, Izuku then said seriously. Again, the room was silent. No one spoke, no one moved, all just sitting there, contemplating what he said until, if he needed be, we will watch him 24/7. If anything happened in 2 strikes, he'll be expelled and arrested at once. And he will go to Hound Dog every Wednesday and Friday for as long as we keep him here. Keep him on a short leash. If what Mr. Midoriya said is true, then we have to keep an eye out for this Katsuki Bakugo, Nezu then said seriously to everyone who was in the meeting room. And safe to say that everyone agreed. Next one, please. I don't want to talk about him anymore, Izuku then said, staring at his coffee cup. Yes, the last one is a foreign exchange student from America, Pony Snorri, with Quirk horn cannon. She can launch the horns on her head and control them as well. Good grades, good records, and Cemento stopped reading the applicant's file and cringed. What is it, Cemento? Asked President Mike. She can't speak Japanese that well. Cemento then supplied with that question. Put her in class B. I'm sure they can help her, Vlad then said with a smug smile. No. What was that? Vlad then asked, offended. I said no. And why should I listen to you, Vigilante? Because I can tutor her Japanese when we have free periods, and it's better if she's in class 1A so I can keep watch on her and translate for her, Izuku then said to Vlad. You can speak English, little listener? Asked President Mike, surprised. Yeah. I spent 3 years in America, San Francisco to be exact. We moved there for a short while because my mom said we'll meet my dad, but the bastard never showed. So we had no money to go back home, so my mom worked for a game store and let me help when, I was allowed to, so we could save up money to go back home. I'm sorry to hear that, young Izuku. That bastard should just rot in hell, Midnight then said. Don't worry, problem child. You have a lot of people to support you now, so don't be scared to ask us for anything, Izuku then said with a fatherly smile. Izuku started to get his charming chuckle back. Of course, and I want to thank you for that, he said with a head bow and a million-watt smile. It made everyone in the room blush, except for Vlad, of course. So, we agree on this Miss Pony. She should be in 1A, Izuku asked while looking around the table. If you couldn't ask so kindly to do that for her, Mr. Midoriya, I would approve, Nezu then said. I won't disappoint you, Sensei, Izuku then said, with a bow, and a 2-finger salute, smirking up at his principal. That is the end of this chapter. I know this was kind of a long one with a lot of just straight dialogue, not a lot of action, but getting into the other future chapters, we're going to see Izuku going to do something crazy. Now, guys, I just want to say, if you haven't already, follow me on Twitch. If you guys really can, I would really appreciate that. I want to get my Twitch to like 50 followers before I start streaming regularly. If we can get like 15 average viewers for the couple first streams, that would really make my entire year, really. That's what I asked you guys for Christmas. Can you get me to 50 followers on Twitch? That would be an amazing Christmas present. And if you guys can do that, I have a special for you. an exclusive live what if that would be streamed on Twitch to anybody who wants to come see it. The what if would be around, I don't know, 45 minutes long, and I would appreciate you guys so much for doing this. So for Christmas, the one thing I wish is to hit 50 subscribers or 50 followers on Twitch. The only thing I've asked of you guys, only thing I asked, please. Next chapter, the army of printers. After the selections of the classes, we now see Izuku Midoriya headed to the support department. Yo, power loader, Izuku then said, happily smiling with a huge metal door opening. Ah, Midoriya, this printer that you made is amazing. I already made a taser. Sadly, that's all I can make at the moment, Majima said. Here, let me teach you how to make a drone. And I'm actually here to make a new one for myself. I got a schematic as well. Retro said while typing something into the 3D printer's computer. Power Loader looked at the schematic that Izuku was typing into it and said, how did you build this thing, kid? It wasn't easy. I had a lot of failed attempts, but when I finally finished it, whew, I celebrated like there was no tomorrow. But sadly, I can't tell you how I actually did it. Since I'm going legal now, I want to keep this baby a secret. What do you think's gonna happen when people get a whiff of this? Villains will try to recreate this, support companies will crumble, and it's all on me. So, yeah, no, sorry, Power Loader, I can't tell you. I understand, kid. It's just impressive is all. At the tip of your fingertips is a literal weapon cache, a support gear dispenser, and more. I respect your decision. Just good luck in the future, yeah? Power Loader then said. So, what are you making? Kid, this is amazing. Yeah, it is, Izuku said, controlling a spider bot. I will show you guys a picture of the spider bot. It's from some sort of game. I think it's Watch Dogs. I can finally replace the old RC, Izuku yelled excitedly. Man, if you said you wanted to be a support course student, I wouldn't say no. I mean, I would love for you to join. Thanks for the compliment, Majima. So, what are your plans for this drone? Mainly reconnaissance, sneaking into compounds, assessing a hostage situation. Hell, I can even use this to just mess with people. You have one hell of a mind, kid. Yeah, I'll send you the details about it later, Majima. Izuku then yelled, going to the metal door. Sure, kid. But I thought you said you wouldn't send me the details. Sorry. Anyway, good luck on the hero course. So, you want to talk, Mr. Midoriya? Nezu said while pouring some tea for himself and his guest. Yeah. It's about Todoroki Shoko, Izuku then said seriously. And what's the matter? Nezu then said with his usually cheery tone, but that's gonna change quickly. Here, Izuku said while sliding a USB drive to Nezu. Everything that I know about her is in there, Izuku said while Nezu unplugged the USB and plugged it into his computer. Nezu started. His usual smile turned up to a tight-lipped line. I'm disappointed in you, NG. Thank you for bringing this to my attention, Mr. Midoriya. Midoriya or Izuku is fine. I'm gonna be your student anyway, so no need for formalities, Izuku then said, sipping his tea. So, what are you gonna do about it? Nezu asked. I can expose him, but I won't. Just arrest him and I won't have to do anything too reckless. Explain to the media what he did. Let him confess. And I won't reveal something that will change, people's perspectives, Izuku then said seriously. Arresting him's not gonna change people's perspective, Nezu then said. They will, but if I was the one to do that, let's just say the reaction would be different. Why is that, Izuku? Because if you have a hero arrest him, that means people are still gonna trust your word. They won't think that you knew that he was doing what he was doing, and you were doing nothing about it. But if I was the one to expose him, people would say that you heroes are siding with Endeavor, not caring, or much worse examples than I would even want to say. I'll inform the Hero Association and have him arrested. I'll inform you about what happens next, Nezu then said while typing on his computer. Thank you, Nezu. I'll be going now. Izuku stands up and walks out of the office. It's really good that you're going down the hero's path, Izuku. If not, you can destroy the Japanese Hero Society if you really wanted to, Nezu then said to himself. Yo, I'm home, Izuku yelled while coming to the front door to see cats on the couch looking at him. Hello there, my young Padawan, Izuku said while petting the cats one by one. Hey, listener, you done with your meeting with Power Loader? Mike then asked. Yeah, and look at this, Izuku said while throwing a drone across the room and controlling it with his laptop. Whoa, what is this thing? Yamada asked amazed. I call it the Infiltrator Spider Bot. This baby can be as stealthy as a real spider, has a built-in cloaking device, and can double jump, and can do non-lethal takedowns, Izuku said while a proud smile would emerge on his face. How can it take down people? Yamada said very confused, but still pretty amazed. It's elementary, my dear Hisashi. It tasers people from the belly. So, if I want to control it, climb onto a person's face and electrocute the hell out of their face, they will fall down unconscious pretty quickly if I did that. Won't the person feel it climbing on them? No, it's really lightweight. It would just feel like a breeze is hitting them, kind of like a real spider, Izuku then explained while using his bot to do parkour in the kitchen. Okay. I'm amazed at how smart you are, kid. But please don't use this thing in the kitchen, Yama says while picking up one of his cats named Cappuccino. Okay, I'm gonna go inside my room, Izuku then yelled while walking down the hallway of the house. Okay, Shell. I'll be back with some pizza, Yamada then replied. Pizza, Izuku chatted while going inside of his room. That is the end of this chapter. A bit of a shorter chapter and still a dialogue-heavy chapter, but we're starting to see things unfold and even Endeavor getting his comeuppance. Before we start the next chapter, if you guys haven't already, follow me on Instagram. I reply to all of my DMs, and each of my new followers will be greatly appreciated. I'm doing a thing for the rest of the month of December. For anybody that follows me on Instagram, for every 5 followers that we get, I'm following one person back. So every 5 followers that we get on Instagram, one of you will get a follow back from your very own Biguchi Taco. Yeah, it's happening. So go ahead and follow your boy on IG. I'm gonna be posting some more content on there. Some what if reels will be coming very soon. I've already completed some edited ones. I'm just waiting for us to hit 100 followers before I really start uploading my content. So for every 5 of you that are going to, follow me on IG, you're gonna get a little follow back. It's gonna be completely random, and whoever gets it, I guess. So this is my class. Chapter 7. Now we see Retro walking down the halls of UA, going to his classroom. He's wearing his standard UA uniform, but his blazer is just hanging from his shoulders, while his trusty earbuds are in, listening to his hip-hop playlist. There was actually a playlist that the original creator, Dude Epic, put down in this. I'm going to leave a link to it right here on the screen, and I'll probably link it somewhere else, maybe in the comments. But this is Dude Epic's playlist. There are 34 people listening to it right now. So if you guys want to listen to the playlist that our Quirkless Deku was listening to, go ahead and listen to it. So when he got into UA, he saw a massive door. That's one big ass door, Izuku then said, proceeding to enter. The first thing he saw was Mick stick up his ass, yelling at a Pomeranian about his feet being on the table or something. But Mick Stick saw Izuku. It's you, the guy said with a karate chop on his desk. And it's safe to say that everyone is now looking at Izuku. This is what Izuku is wearing right now. And Izuku takes off his earbuds and rests it on his shoulder. Hey, Mick Stick up my ass, Izuku then greeted him with a 1,000,000-watt smile. That proceeds to make some of the girls in the class blush. But his name call was also noticed by some of the guys, and they start to snicker. I'm very sorry for my behavior in the entrance exam. You're clearly the better student, Mick Stick said with his signature boy hands and a perfect 90-degree bow. But Izuku just grabbed his face and lifted him up and said, It's cool, man. Maybe we can start over. My name's Izuku Midoriya. Izuku offers a fist bump when he introduced himself. Yeah, and I'm Tenya Ida. It's nice to meet you, Midoriya-san. Ida said and looked up at the fist bump, and then he looks down to his own hand and proceeds to lift it up. Nice to meet you too. Ida, and please, no formalities, Izuku then said, bumping their fists together. Before you can speak to anyone, speak to someone. Screaming out, someone said, "It's you!" Izuku looks at the door to see a real-life Kirby. Kirby? Izuku then said with a hell tilt and a smile. Thank you for saving me from the zero-pointer. The girl bowed to Izuku, but Izuku stopped her before she could. No need for that. My name's Izuku Midoriya. How about you, Kirby? Izuku then asked. Kirby? My name's Chaku Yuraka, she said with a way too bubbly smile. Yeah, Kirby. Your cute cheeks remind me of him, Izuku said with a smirk. Cute? Yuraka then stutters while the class just watched, and not one guy was happy about that. If you're here to make friends, then get out. A caterpillar on the floor then said to them, and everyone just stares at this yellow caterpillar. While he gets up, it's now confirmed that the sleeping bag he was going to be put in was not a sleeping bag at all. It was Aizawa crawling out. Here, Izuku then said. He hands him a canned coffee. Thanks, he said monotonely, and the caterpillar of a man opened out of his sleeping bag with a click. He drinks his coffee and stares at his class. Sighs of contentment from the coffee. He then looked at all the class members in 10 seconds of quiet, then followed him. Time is precious. Put this on and meet me on the field, he said while dropping the box filled with the uniforms in front of the class. Well, see ya, Izuku said while unplugging his earbuds and picking up a uniform. He then walks out of the door. It took you 9 minutes to change, while it took Midoriya 1. He points at Izuku, standing there with his eyes closed, listening to music, and his hands inside of his pockets. Be more like him. Today, you're doing a quirk assessment test. The government still thinks that everyone is equal. Well, you're not, and this is how we show it. You're free to use your quirk as long as it can help you, but not hinder other students. Bakugo, you got a second in that entrance exam, so what's your furthest throw in middle school? Aizawa then explains to him while looking dead in his face. 69 meters. Second. How did I get second? I'm the best, Izuku then said with a passive look. Throw this, and use your quirk. Anything goes inside the circle. I'm gonna blow that dead look off your eyes. Die! We now see Bakugo, get 766 meters. Well, it's good to know your limits. Awesome, we can use our quirk, said a guy who had red hair and his shark-like teeth. I'm gonna call him Shark Boy, Izuku then thought. This is so cool, a guy that looks like an idiot said. This is gonna be fun. You're done messed up. Okay, Izuku thought with a thin line of expression. You're done messed up. Fun. Let's make it more fun. Aizawa then said. Whoever comes in last will be expelled. Aizawa then hissed at his class. Welcome to UA's hero course. Make sure you go plus ultra, Aizawa said with a creepy and mocking smile. Well, what? That's so not fair, Kirby then said. You want to talk fair? Is random villain attacks fair? Is natural disasters fair? Is bullying fair? The world is filled with unfairness. You can't just complain about it. You're here to be a hero, and heroes are the ones that fight that unfairness. So if you want to back down now, well, this is your only chance. Aizawa all growled at everyone in his class while turning his quirk on.
Bitch, I'ma break the bank, bitch, I'ma run at the check, bitch, I'ma ball like a ref, bitch, I'ma ball like a ref, she bout to get this on that. Nigga, they mad and not like me. Shawty, she bad, wanna be on my team. Foot on the gas, bitch, I'm going this speed. You say I got a Glock and it came with a beat. Bitch, I'ma break the bank, bitch, I'ma break the bank, bitch, I'ma break the bank, bitch, I'ma